Tonight, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And we are underway from Kansas City. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And some room to work. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, 72 yards. And the Jaguars will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. That's caught. And he will get in to make it 8-0. The very first play from scrimmage, how about that? Talk about setting a tone.
And people always talk about doing exactly that in the first 5 minutes of the game, the first offensive and defensive series. Who's going to gain an advantage? Well, we saw exactly what happened there. A tone was definitely set by the offensive team.
Williams now throwing to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Operating from the gun, Williams. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. There he goes, right side. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A run here for J.D. McKissick. Taking it right down Broadway. And he winds up getting this all the way down to the Jags 33. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw. Williams. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A second fumble recovery in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the first fumble recovery, they were eager to get a second one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
That's interference. Defense.
So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
And this one incomplete. Oh, a dangerous throw. Nearly picked off in the end zone. but instead second down. Escaping the pressure. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jaguars take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Gibson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Back to throw. Williams. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. A give running right, ETN.
I think they're going to have to make some decisions here. That's his 2nd fumble here in the first quarter. And what I mean by that is, do you have the confidence to stay with him? Or are you going to have to make a change and maybe go to someone else?
Man open, here is Jones. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones, 38 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter, they're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this league could become.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Williams throwing on 1st down, and his throw is going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
A carry now for McKissick. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now Williams on 3rd down. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the 1st at the 32. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. On the return, here's Agnew. There he goes left side. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. That's a punt return of 89 yards. And the Jaguars are able to add on to their first half lead. They're going to keep it on the ground. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And so they run it in on the two-point try. And so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the two-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the two-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for two. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Williams. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. His throw incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
An unlucky number here, a loss of 13 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. On 1st down, Lawrence completes it to Evan Ingram. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. Here's Lawrence. Out to his left. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble, but all is well. 1st down. And they'll run with Etienne. 80 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's Williams looking to throw on 2nd down. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. This time they stay on the ground. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So, hey, Charles, you get water. Jeez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the second half. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Williams now to throw on second down. And he's got some space here. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
On the draw, it's Gibson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 3rd down, Williams. And that will be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. But they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down.
Oh, he fakes a spike. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On the move to his left. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And fights through one man. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Oh, he fakes a spike. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. Now Lawrence, and that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram from 3 yards out. And the Jags add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. That's caught at the 1. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Looking to throw on second down. Williams. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun. Washington on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. This to McLaurin out on the left side. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
And that almost their first INT of the ballgame. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He'll go underneath with this one to McKissick. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Williams. Thomas brings it in. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by Sly is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They came into this one with a vision, Charles. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. That one goes for 30 yards. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, fans usually love to see scores.